Welcome to New Mexico Black Rifle Operators Union. I'm your host, Sean. Tonight we need to talk about what our governor in New Mexico is trying to do. So I've talked about the Go Safe Act before. The Go Safe Act is something that our senator, national Senator Martin Heinrich, has proposed in the federal Senate, but they're trying to bring it to the New Mexico Roundhouse. Now, what is this thing and why should you worry about it? Well, this is an effort to disarm American civilians, specifically New Mexicans, right, with the governor trying to do this, but also at a national level. Now, what this is it specifically goes after gas-operated firearms, period. Okay. So they have mechanisms in this law that actually define this as, if the gun has a blowback action or has it's exempt. If it's gas operated and has like a gas tube or a gas piston, then it's not exempt. And then they go after those specifically. This would basically ban all civilian firearms, modern sporting firearms. That means the AR-15, any of the Kalashnikov variants. What's weird is I don't think this would actually ban anything like the HK series guns because they are all roller delayed blowback, so they're not gas operated. So there is that bright spot, but only because it's an older mechanism that these people wouldn't understand or know. This means that the governor is going hot and heavy. I found out yesterday that we have a surplus in oil and gas revenue, so the budgetary stuff that would usually tie them up is actually probably going to go pretty quickly. So this is where the governor is going to make those calls to the floor in the Roundhouse and make us have to go and speak. She's going to have to make these things publicly available for us to speak. Expect the red-shirted people from every town to be there. Expect every one of these people that are anti-2A to be there. We need to show up in force. This one's going to be a big Roundhouse session specifically because this is now highlighted by our governor. Our governor has called for this directly now. She's issued several different places to make this call. She's with senators and reps in the Roundhouse, but with her stances that we've seen just on the news, like on KOBF and all the other ones where she's making public statements, she's going to use whatever she can to get rid of any modern sporting gun. And if she has her way, she's going to go after every gun because she's an idiot. That's the only way to put it. Our governor is the one that kept this all locked down for 3 full years, basically, because of COVID. That same power that our Roundhouse people weren't willing to take away from her, she's using against us in the 2A now. She's done it in Bernalillo, and she's done it in because of that stuff that we allowed her to do. She was able to do it in Bernalillo only because of the size of Bernalillo. So Albuquerque itself. We cannot give her this power. We cannot slip on this one at all, because our governor, if you give her an inch, she'll take 10 miles, not just a mile. And this has happened time and time and time again. So what we need to do is we need to contact your local reps, your local senators, and you can find that on the New Mexico Gov website. You can look up your individual senator and your individual representative for the state, and you need to make it very public how you feel about it. Light them up. Call the Roundhouse now. Start calling. Keep pounding on them. The Roundhouse session, I believe, is in January. It's actually January 2nd of 2024, so they will be there starting to roll in, and we'll start seeing bills pop up right away. They won't start acting upon them until later in the session. The session, I don't know if it's a short session or a long session. It probably is a long one because I think the last one was a short one, which means we will have even longer to grind to make our voices known. Like, share, subscribe, be great.